Alright guys, welcome back to Formula 1 news, and an awful day for Red Bull at the Hungarian Grand Prix. Sergio Perez 11th, Max Verstappen 10th for the race tomorrow. A power unit glitch was encountered by Verstappen. Let's see what Red Bull have to say on whether they can fix that for tomorrow and their chances realistically of making a run through the field. Very much enjoyed your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you are new as always, I'd greatly appreciate it. The new rear wing we looked at yesterday for Aston Martin didn't really seem to convert into much lap time today. Both drivers out by the end of Q2, but still Christian Horner was kind of throwing a joke around the fact that Aston Martin pretty much copied the Red Bull concept for their car design, and well, maybe they're going to copy their kind of rear wing design for a Grand Prix like Singapore or something soon. But honestly, I think it was Perez 11th and then Stroll 12th or something, and Max Verstappen 10th. So not that much difference actually between the qualifying performance. So there we go. Verstappen, of course, Perez ended up 11th after having an issue getting past Kevin Magnussen, couldn't really complete a proper lap. He really had a pretty shocking weekend in fairness from start to finish again, as well, it happened last weekend in France. Verstappen looked like he was kind of flying. The Ferraris were struggling more today than they had on Friday. It looked like Verstappen could be in with a good chance of putting in on pole position, but a glitch apparently with his power unit arrested any chances of that happening. Just Perez individually really hasn't been there, and even Helmut Marko of Red Bull having a few words to say for him. He has been lacking. It can't be that he's 1 second behind in qualifying. The gap to Max is too large. It feels like he's already gone to the summer break when summer break isn't even on yet. We need to sit down together. So quite something really, the fact that Perez signed his contract very recently indeed, and for good reason, but the last couple of races has kind of been all at sea in practice and in qualifying so far. Definitely hasn't had the pace to match his teammates, but they still start the race right behind each other because of an issue, of course, for Max Verstappen. As he described, right, to a little glitch they had is going to make them start 10th. Probably would have been much higher up the field in a great position to do some damage to the Ferraris, but especially around a track like the Hungaroring, starting 10th is far from easy, even in a much quicker car, because the cars ahead are not exactly going to get out of the way, and it's not easy to overtake around here. The straight is relatively short, DRS isn't particularly powerful, and there could be some serious DRS trains in effect depending on how slow the cars ahead are, and the support they might potentially have. So Verstappen was saying he had no power during this session, was having a really difficult time. I'm not exactly sure what the issue was, but we saw a similar issue, I think, a few races ago with Perez, when there was some sort of sensor that failed, and therefore they had to deactivate the sensor, and it was an issue that they could fix, but it wasn't one they could fix immediately, and really I think they believe they can fix Verstappen's car, but couldn't do it in time for him to be able to put a representative lap time in. And I'm sure Ferrari think it's about time that Red Bull have some sort of reliability problem. But yeah, he says nothing works. He was getting told to put it on like fail 21 or whatever, like whatever setting that they were trying to put it on, but nothing he tried to make the car work any better. The power just wasn't there for Verstappen on the day. That cost him what could have been a big time result here in qualifying and set him in a very tough position, because if Ferrari score good points tomorrow, that means the championship battle is well and truly on, not just for the world drivers, but maybe for the world constructors as well, with Perez performing the way he currently is. Now, Helmut Marko does say from Red Bull as well that they know what the issue is, they can change it without penalties. So that's the official line right now from Red Bull, that they understand the issue, they know what the problem was, whether it was a sensor or whatever happened with the power unit earlier on this season as well. But again, we are seeing a couple potentially of reliability issues creeping into the Red Bull camp. We saw a lot early this season with Red Bull, plenty of course with Ferrari, barely any for Mercedes, and it does seem like if these reliability issues start to creep in more and more often for Verstappen and the Red Bull guys, then the championship could still be alive, right? So they believe they can fix it, but I think we honestly heard this before when it was back in Australia or something, and or maybe it was after Bahrain when Red Bull said they knew what caused their issue back in Bahrain, of course, and then they went to Australia and a similar kind of issue affected their car again, and Verstappen had 2 DNFs in 3 races. I do wonder if Red Bull think they know what the problem is, and then they actually turn up and maybe there's something else going on. Who knows, but they believe they've got it covered and can change it without issue for tomorrow's race. The Ferrari team, of course, will take plenty of confidence in where they currently are. They're P2, P3 behind George Russell, as we looked at earlier today. Then it goes Lando, Norris, P5 is Ocon, then it's Alonso, then Hamilton, then I think Bottas behind Hamilton, then Daniel Riccardo, then Max Verstappen and Perez, and then guanyu in 12th, I believe. I think Stroll maybe one further back than that. But that does mean it's a difficult field to push through, and Leclerc saying, look, Max is 10th, that does help us in the championship theoretically, but the points are delivered tomorrow. We've got to just get the job done in the race, right? But it could be a big turning point for the championship this weekend going into the summer break, when if Red Bull have a tough time in terms of putting up points tomorrow, then still this championship could be alive, especially if this issue that Verstappen is facing here is more serious than Red Bull currently believe. Very much enjoyed your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new as always. always, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.